about to go live on. Oh Jesus! Hey guys, how you doing? This is Guy here. I don't know why I did that, but welcome to my live video. Today we are live in my lab. Like I do every Sunday, I am live with you. Let me see, something is off here with my cameras. Okay, all right, just want to make sure that one can show as well. Welcome guys, I don't have a lot of people online this day. Right now, I know it's 8 p.m. my time, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. That's late. My buddies in Africa are literally sleeping right now. It's very late in the middle of the night, but I like to go live. I like to show you what I do here. It's been a while, but today I said that I wouldn't miss it. I did some cool stuff earlier today with the FortiGate 120G. So today we will be talking about the 120G and also talking about VDOMs in general on the FortiGate. Hopefully it's going to add little value to what you know so far. It says no data. Is it even true? Let me know if you can hear me on YouTube, if you can see me, because YouTube tells me there's no data. I don't believe that is true because I see my feed going out. Let me know if that if you can see me. So like I said, this is the 120G. This is a FortiGate. It's one of the newest models. It's actually meant to replace 100F, but it goes way beyond 100F. It does a lot. So I have it on my desk today. We're going to talk about it a little bit, and then I'm going to show you how you can configure VDOMs, or we're going to discuss VDOMs in general. I can show you how we can split this one appliance into many virtual appliances or many virtual firewalls. Audio, very good on YouTube. Thank you, John Dale Corpuz. I'm trying to pronounce your name, John. Thank you, John, for being live. Thank you for hanging out with me at this time of the day. I don't know where are you and what time is it over there. Okay, so this is the 120G. And it's a beautiful, strong device. I'm going to show you the data sheet really soon. Let's see, can I zoom in? Oh yeah, of course I can. So this is the 120G, and we're going to play with it in the lab. I just unboxed it, and I have two of them. One is already in my rack. This one here. Yeah, this is the 120. No, that first one there is the 120G. So I'm going to add this second one. I am going to use it a lot because I'm preparing for my NSE 7 Enterprise Firewall exam. So not only because of that, but I just like to play with stuff in my lab. So this is going to be part of my deployment over here. So, and then beyond that, like I said, we're going to talk about VDOMs. I'm going to explain to you what is a VDOM, how is it helpful, what do I see in the field, where do customers or people use VDOMs, and how does it help? Of course, I'm going to go on my screen and use my little notepad here or my drawing pad. Where's my pen? Okay. And show you everything. So let's see if it's working. Like I said, we have the 120G, more of an unboxing and presentation, and then we're going to talk about VDOMs, virtual domains, very useful. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's talk about the device first. It's one thing about the 120G when I used it in my lab for the first time is that it's very quiet. Compared to the 100F that I used at some point, it was a little louder, but 120G is quiet. That's why I'm going to have two of them behind me here in my lab, because they are, they don't make a ton of noise, and that's going to be a good thing. What do you think of? Okay, you said the audio is good. That's all I need to know. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the spread. I mean the data sheet for the 120G. So we can get some more information on there. Nope, not this. Let me get to the right window. One moment. Okay, so 120G. That sheet for 120G. It's right here. So this is the device. AI, SD1, ZTNA, FortiGuard, all the cool stuff with FortiOS. Of course, we have CPUs. Okay, I mean SP5 in this device, and what I want to show you is mostly here. So this is the layout of the 120G. The biggest difference is that now we have 4 10 gig interfaces or 10 gig SFP plus, and then these are the 4 here, X1 to X4, and then we also have 8 SFP ports, and then 16. We have the HA port here and the management port. This is where we're going to connect to be able to have access to our device and configure it. In the meantime, actually, I just thought about it. Let me plug the device already so that it doesn't have to take a while to come online, so we can configure it right away. So it's booting right now, as you can see. And very soon you're going to see the blue BLE light here for Bluetooth. Last time I did the 91G, I think I onboarded 91G with Bluetooth, but I don't have to do it for this one. So this is the layout. And like I said, it has the same form factor as the 100F. Let's take a look at the 100F. See what's the difference between the two. So the 100F, see, looks close. And if we scroll down, in terms of speed, let's go back here, or performance. So for IPS, we go from 2.6 on the 100F to 5.3 on this new one. With threat protection, we have 2.8 for 120. We had 1 gig. Okay, that is a little bit more than double. So yeah, I know a lot of you out there have 120G in production. I mean 100F in production. But yeah, this is the new kid in the block. This is the new device, and we can see all the other details here. Firewall throughput 39 for 1518. Okay, that's huge. Let's see what did we have on the 100F. So 100F had 20. So we went from 20 to 39. That is double. Perfect. Yeah, good to know. Of course, go check out the data sheet if you want to know more about the device or get all the details you need, and see if it's a bad fit for your environment or not, or if it's time for replacement or upgrade. Yeah, this is definitely. Let's see here. Gateway to gateway 2000. Okay, you can have 2000 IPsec tunnels. You can have 16,000 remote users or remote workers. That is huge. Oh, that was the 100. And I think that's the same number for the 120G as well. So we have it here. We have it in lab. I'm going to, of course, connect the console cable. Let's try the console cable first and have access to it. Console cable connected to the console ports. Let me pull up my okay, here it is. So we have admin, no password, password. We are in, and from here, let's see what can we do. Oh, you know what? I forgot to show you the design, actually. This is the design we're going to use today, okay? This is fun. Let me explain. So what you see here is the deployment that we're going to end up with. So this is the 120G that we currently have. I'm going to have 3 VDOMs on it. And very soon I'm going to explain you what are VDOMs. So we have 3 VDOMs. This is the root VDOM. We'll have a computer in it called Linux 1. And we will have a second VDOM called IT VDOM. And the third VDOM is called OT VDOM. I'm going to explain the difference and why we would do a design like this. And then I have another VDOM called, no, this one I was supposed to change it because Fantomas was in French. Now I speak English now. I'm going to call it Ghost VDOM. So this is going to be Ghost. So the ghost VDOM will be a VDOM that is transparent. We're going to play with the transparent VDOM as well by the end of this live, and I hope you're going to enjoy it. Say hi in the chat, thumbs up. No FortiGate 100G. No, there's no 100G. Fortinet went to 120G. This is a new version next to. Correct. So we have the 91G, more on the DE side, distributed enterprise side. But when we go on the segmentation and the upper 100 series, we have the 120G. This is the new one that would replace the 100. Hey, Mohammed, how you doing? All right, we have 12 people online. That is great. I didn't know that I am that interesting. All right, so this is the lab. This is the design we're going to play with. Like I said, we will have IT VDOM, OT VDOM, and then root VDOM. I'm going to show you how IT VDOM will have to use root VDOM to go out to the internet. And also, OT VDOM will be air-gapped. Air-gapped. Air-gapped means there's no access to any other network or the internet. Only this device on the IT network will be able to come on this OT network and then manage OT stuff. So this is the design that we have today. And by the end of this lab, you're going to understand all of this. And then, of course, WAN 1 and WAN 2 will be into an SD1 zone and will go out to the internet. I'm also going to use a FortiManager. This is my FortiManager sitting currently in Azure. And it's running my SD1 deployment right now. My SD1 deployment is right behind me. Oh, I have this camera too. I forgot about it. Let me show you. So I have the 91G. That is my hub, and then I have 2 spokes. So that's my current design. So I'm going to add this new device to the FortiManager. So some of the configs will be done directly on the FortiGate with GUI or CLI. Some other configs from the FortiManager. So we're going to combine the two. And this is mostly kind of for me because I'm preparing for my enterprise firewall exam. So I need to play with all these things, spend a lot of time with it, do a lot of debug and diagnose and stuff like that. So I am planning to take the exam probably next Saturday. So today is the 16th. Yeah, I think I'll probably take it by the 22nd or on the 22nd. All right. So let's go with the device. Like I said, already connected to the console cable. I showed you all the details. And in the back, of course, you have two slots for power. So you have redundancy there. So what I'm going to do now is just place it right here on top of my 110G that I have so we can do everything we have to. Let me remove this and put my watch. Forgot about it. All right. So it's sitting right here. And for those of you that don't know my my deployment here, I do have. Wait. Can it focus? Okay. I have this 110G connected to my home network. And then I'm just going to play with VLANs on this different port here so I can assign whatever I need on this. And this is going to connect me to my ESXi environment sitting behind me. And most of my VMs will be my test devices. So I don't have to plug in anything here. It's going to all go to my ESXi through these ports here. So that's the goal today. And talking about my ESXi, or my home network, this is my home FortiGate where everything is going to play. I already have port number 1 and port number 2 assigned to WAN 1 and WAN 2 for my device. So very soon I'm going to connect it to WAN 1 and WAN 2, and we'll do SD1, and I can do it in the GUI. Let's just do it in the GUI. So now I am in the 120G, admin, password. I am connected, config system global. Oh no, configure system setting. No, it's global. What am I doing? Nope. Config system global. What's wrong with this thing? What am I? Config system setting. Okay, you know what? Let's configure the interface first. System interface. So what I'm gonna do is grab port 1, configure it as WAN1. Port 2 will be WAN2. Okay, let's do it that way. All I wanted to change was the admin, like the host name. Let's see. Why does it not work? Configure system. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I think the problem is probably the version of the firmware. Oh yeah, I might have the old version on this device. Now what I can do is just go and connect to the management interface. So I am connecting my computer to the management interface, and hopefully we can have access to it, log into it, and then do the upgrade if needed. So after connecting to the management, let's see if I can get to 192.168.1.99. Yep, I have access to it. Can log into it. Admin, password. I can check actually here. I can do get system status. I have 7.4.9. That's not that good. What I want to do is, let's just log into it. Contacts at KBTrainings.com. Now I wonder why did I remove that other one? I don't even have internet access yet. Let's do internet first. Okay. So config system interface, edit port 1, set role WAN, set mode static, set IP. This is my IP that I use in one emulator. So my IP is going to be 101.0.1.1/24. Set name or alias. WAN1. Next. Edit port 2. Set mode static, set role WAN, set IP 201.0.1.1/24, set alias WAN2, and then this is good. No, and okay. Let's go to config system ST1. Okay. Set status enable. Set status enable. Configure members. Edit 1. Set interface port 1. Set gateway 101.0.1.2. What else do I have to configure here? Set zone. I need to put it to the virtual in the virtual link, and this should be enough. Next, edit number 2 in the ST1 zone. Set interface will be port 2. Set zone, virtual zone. Set gateway 201.0.1.2. And I think that is it. Did I forget anything else? That should be it. Now I'll go and what else? I can also configure health check. All right. Edit Google ping set server with 8888 set member 1 and 2 and what else? Let me end it here. So from what I just did, I can then come here and connect WAN 1 and WAN 2 so they can have internet access. And oh no, I think I might be missing the default gateway, the default route. So let's do that. Config system, no, config router static. Actually, guys, the onboarding is not this hard. I'm just making it hard for myself, but I can just go right away on the management interface, log into it, and get everything done in the GUI. But like I said, I'm preparing for an exam, so I just want to do everything from the CLI and just have fun. I hope you don't mind. All right, so config static routes. Show there's nothing here. Edit one. Set ST1 zone virtual. And okay, that's it. So let's see if we have access to the internet. Perfect. So we have access to the internet. So this is what I wanted at least. So I can come here and try to log to my stuff, like my to my device, reseller. Hopefully it's gonna show up very soon. Okay. You have the 1M also on ESXi also. How does it work? I have 1M on ESXi. Yes, that is where everything is happening. If I do 1M to.local, is it S? No. Wait, I have one emulator right here. Yep, right there. This is one of them. Let me go to the second one, the one I'm using right now, actually. And it works really well. Like it works well. It helps me with SD1 and latency and all the things that I have to play with. So it's a very beautiful tool. I always recommend it. Where are the resellers? And that reseller value is, do I even send packets in and out? Yeah, seems to be working fine, but okay. Let's give it a moment for this reseller page to load and I can log into it. Oh, I don't have any license attached to this device. Let's see if I can do exec VM. Get system status. I need to get the serial number of this device so I can use it for registration. Where is the serial number? It's right here. So I'm just doing some quick thing on the side here where I need to go to my FortiFlex because I have FortiFlex and I'm going to use it to get a license to this device. Enable to connect to FortiCloud server. Why? Do I not have a DHCP? Oh, do I have exec.google.com? Oh, okay, my DNS doesn't work. Enable to resolve. Config system DNS. No. Config firewall, config system, How do I get to the DNS here? I feel like I'm missing a lot of commands. I don't know what's going on with this thing. But let me take care of my system. Okay, you know what? Let's just show full config and then grep for DNS. Config system DNS. It's right here. Why was I not able to do it? Let me try this. Configure system DNS. Yeah, I think it's kind of limited or something. This is crazy. Wait, config system DNS, config system. Able to resolve host name. Yeah, because I won't be able to get this reseller names if you can connect to pull the reseller names actually. That is a problem. This is the kind of challenges I live for. Okay, let's log out here. I'm in my I don't even have different VDOMs yet. So you know what? Let's go with the FortiManager. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna connect it to the FortiManager and we're gonna do it from there. Because I feel like something is off. I don't know what it is, but let me make at least you can see my face to get reassured that I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, so here on my inside my FortiFlex, I can add a new entitlement for FortiGate hardware 120G serial number. So this is what I'm doing. I'm in FortiFlex right now. I'm just creating a new entitlement for this device, creating it in FortiFlex. It's going to apply to the device directly once it goes online. A current user is not authorized to access this item. You know what? I think this device has been registered in somebody else's account or something because it should be just straightforward. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, guys, let's not freak out, okay? I'm just gonna take another unit that's behind me because this one seems to be either under another account because I got it from a colleague. So it's probably under his account or something is off with it. Did I even factory reset it? Let's try a factory reset. Let's try a factory reset. And give it a moment to come back online. Okay, is there VDOM? No, there's no VDOM. That is the thing. Config global. So some of the commands were not just working. Like I couldn't configure DNS. I couldn't do a bunch of stuff. So let's reset it. But if not, I am already preparing this other one that I have here. I'm going to remove this for my rack, so we can bring it on the table and play with it. Or maybe let's give it a moment to see after reboot what happens. Yeah, thank you, Marcelo Fontes. Thank you guys for hanging out. I know we are 30 minutes in, and I'm still trying to get to my device, but this is what the lab is for. It's not all supposed to be working as expected. We're supposed to bump our heads a little bit. But I wonder why I'm not able to register it. Is it on a different account? You know what? Then I should just grab this other one while it's rebooting. Let me put this camera so you can see what I'm doing. All right. Okay, I have another device here. If this one still doesn't work, we're gonna replace it with another one, and I'll figure out what's wrong with it later because I got it from a colleague. Maybe something had to be done on it. It's starting right now. Let's give it a moment. All right. I've been live on TikTok all this time as well. So let's do this. Admin, password. Let's try one thing. Can I configure DNS? Configure system DNS. Yeah, I can't. Something is off. So we're just gonna unplug it, okay, and plug in the new one, and leave a sweet life after that. So just gonna unplug all these cables, including the management, and let's take this away. All right, here's another 120G. This one is good, at least I know because I used it earlier today. So I plug it in, take the console cable, plug it in. I can also even connect my cable for management. And this one is already registered under my account. The other one is not registered yet. Okay. It's booting up. Let's give it a moment. Okay, in the meantime, let me explain what are VDOMs. VDOMs are virtual domains. It's actually you creating multiple virtual firewalls inside your main FortiGate. So you have a FortiGate and you have reasons to have multiple instances of virtual FortiGate inside your physical device. And this can be for any reason. You might be an MSP, for example. You have different customers that you support on a single device like this one. Like I was talking to a guy from Kinshasa. They have this apartment complex where they have like 4 different apartments in them. I know this. I mean, the FortiGate is a little overkill for this situation, but they have a huge FortiGate, and what they're doing is like what they can do is split this FortiGate in different VDOMs, and then put a switch on each apartment, and each switch connected to a different VDOM with different management and everything. So you can just have other virtual firewalls running inside your device, and then you can assign your port to a firewall as needed. That's the goal for VDOMs. Or what I've also seen in the field is, like for example, today we're talking about OT. If you don't know OT means operational technologies. These are all the technologies that are used in an industrial environment. Let's say it's a manufacturer. You have these big robots, you have PLCs, you have these old legacy systems. Some of them are not so old, but as long as it's in industrial environment, those are called OT as compared to IT. IT is information technology, OT is operational technology. So in an OT environment, a lot of customers, a lot of businesses like to keep the OT environment air-gapped. Like I mentioned at the beginning, air-gapped, which means they want to be able to, they want to be segregated. They don't want to be connected to any other network, not connected to the internet. Of course, you can have like some kind of jumper to log into it for management or something, but you want it to be air-gapped. And in situations like that, with FortiGate, you can segment your network or your OT network just by creating a VDOM. So you put it in a separate VDOM on your main FortiGate, and it's going to be acting as if it was completely isolated. Not even as if, it's going to be isolated from your other infrastructure. And if you want to give it a little bit of access, even like if you want to give IT access to the OT for management, you can do that using VDOM link. We're going to talk about today as well, VDOM links. If you want to give it access to the internet, you can add more links if you want to. So that's a little bit of what it is. So, but VDOMs are mainly for that. You want to have a separate instance of FortiOS running inside the same device. And different types of VDOMs that exist. You have traffic VDOM. Traffic VDOM are there to carry traffic. Like you need to assign ports to them, and they'll be able to act just like a regular firewall at layer 3. We also have admin VDOM. Admin VDOM are there for administration. This is a VDOM where you put the admins just for the management of the box itself. And we also have a LAN extension VDOM. LAN extension is mainly used for VXLAN or LAN extension, like it says. You can have your FortiGate connected to another remote LAN somewhere through an IPsec tunnel, a secure IPsec tunnel. So these are the main three. But under traffic LAN, you have what is called a NAT. You have different modes of operation. You have NAT mode, where it's a layer 3 device with an IP address. It does routing and NATing and everything. Or you can have it in transparent mode. Transparent mode, it's going to be sitting at layer 2, looking at your traffic, telling you everything that's wrong with it, if there's any, depending on the security profiles that you have configured. So based on this, what I'm going to do with you today here is that we are going to use this topology to create VDOMs. The root VDOM will be the root VDOM actually cannot be deleted. This is one of the VDOMs that you get once you enable VDOMs. And by default, even if you don't have VDOMs enabled, all the ports are part of the root VDOM. Once you enable VDOMs, you're going to get what is called a global VDOM. A global VDOM is where you create global settings for the whole device. Everything that you create in the global VDOM applies to the whole device, okay? Let's say I want to create a security profile that I want to use everywhere in all the VDOMs. I need to create it in the global VDOM, and then I can get it everywhere. If you see a security profile with a name starting with G dash, this is a global security profile. You can use it everywhere. So once you enable VDOM, you get the global and then the root, and then you can add more VDOMs as needed. Like I said, in my case, we're going to add IT VDOM. We're going to add OT VDOM. The only VDOM with internet access will be root VDOM. Then I'm going to show you how I can link IT to root so you can have internet access. And then I'm going to link OT to IT for management. And that's it. So very, very fun stuff here, as long as it works. So let's get to our device. Admin, no password. Password. Let's see, config, system, DNS. All right, this one works. So what was I supposed to do? Let's go to the management and get to the GUI, see what we have. This is the GUI, the graphic user interface. Okay, admin, password, I log in. This one was already on my account, so we are good here, and I have a license on it. I'll take care of the other one later. If you want to see, maybe I can do it live, or I can probably do it on my own. But let's do some of these other configs here. Config, system global, set host name, KB firewall. No, we'll do JB firewall, because I don't want it to get confused with the other ones that I have. Set admin timeout 480, and then that's it here. Config system SD1. Oh no, I haven't configured the port 1 and port and the other ones yet. But let's do it in the GUI. We'll go faster. So I don't want to enable patches. I am going to keep this. Comprehensive is what I want. Okay, so I have 7.6.4. I already did an upgrade on this one, so it's good to go. What I want to do is configure my interfaces like I did with the other one that didn't work. Let's start with port number 1. We're going to call it WAN 1, and it's a WAN. IP address will be manual 101.0.1.1/24. I can ping it. It doesn't matter. Okay, that's good for this. And then I'm going to work with number 2. Call it WAN 2. manual 201.0.1.1/24, and then hit OK. So these two will be part of our SD1. So we go under SD1, and we are going to begin the wizard manually. Let me add one member. It's going to be WAN1, apply. And the second member, it's going to be WAN2, apply. Next. Do I have gateways? Yes. 101.0.1.2, cost 0. 201.0.1.2, cost, let's do 2 here, or maybe 1, just to make it a little less prioritized. And it's just do 0. We'll take care of it with SD1. So next, SLA. I want to create a new SLA called Google Ping. You saw me doing all of this in the CLI. Now I'm just doing it in the GUI. Same thing. Lowest SLA is fine. And this is going to be my SD1 configuration. And of course, that being done, I can then come here and connect my WAN1 and WAN2 to my WAN emulation. I can come back here and test if we have any connectivity. Still showing down. Failed to load value. It should come very soon. Oh, I also need a static route. So let's do a static route quickly. Static routes. Dynamic. Virtual WAN. Okay. Doesn't take it because it's down. Let's come here. Wait for the SD1 to come up. Okay, let's see if I can even ping those gateways. It doesn't work there. I don't know why, but let's go. Okay, I can ping the first one. Can ping the second one. Why is this WAN still down? Do I need I don't need a policy, firewall policy to get out. I should be able to do it with local in policy. Let's just create a policy. And then, and that's for all incoming interface, LAN, outgoing interface. No, it's still down here. Is the SD1 even enabled? Let's see. Config system 81 get. Oh, status is disabled. That's why. Okay. Set status enable. What? Okay. All right, it's up, and I think I should be able to get here and look at okay, the thing. Okay, now it's all good. One thing I want to do is also add it to my FortiManager. Let me grab the FortiManager's IP, bring it to the device. The analyzer, not now. For the manager, let's go under settings. I don't know. Security fabric connectors, central management, on premise. Give it the IP. Okay. Should be able to go out. Why not? Can I ping the outside? Or let's do it from here. Nope, not able to ping. Why? because I think I had a static route. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, that's why. Specify when. Okay, so now we have a static route. And if I ping, okay, now I'm able to ping out to the internet. Can come here and try to add that, or maybe let's do it from the GUI. Config, system, central management, set type, FortiManager, set FortiManager IP, all right, and yes, all right. So let's go in the FortiManager and authorize this device. It's sitting right here, all lonely. I'm going to authorize it and add it to my FortiManager. So some of the things I'm going to do it locally on the locally on the FortiGate. Some other stuff will be in the FortiManager. Say hi if you watch me, if you are in the chat. Okay, TikTok is still going. That is impressive. All right, it's added. What I want to do is, because right now, like I said, the guys, right now we don't have any VDOM enabled, and I can do it from here or I can do it from the FortiManager. You look from the FortiManager, there is only one single device. It's not divided in VDOMs or anything, but I can enable VDOM by going under here. It says VDOM disabled. I can come here and select that to do multiple VDOM and hit apply. So I have my VDOM enabled. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you for this awesome video. I appreciate it. Okay, so we have VDOM enabled. Now I have to push. And I think this first push is going to go with a bunch of stuff. Let's see what we have to push first. So I enabled VDOM from there, but if you don't have access to the FortiManager, this is where you enable VDOM. You go under settings, system settings, and then you scroll down. This is where you can enable VDOM from the FortiGate directly. So yeah, so my FortiManager is pushing those changes. Let's see what are the changes that we are about to push. Multiple VDOM, yes. And then a certificate, just a bunch of stuff. Just a lot of it. Yeah, let's just push it. If it breaks, we just restart again. I don't think it's gonna break. Okay, in the meantime, I already have my environment ready with my Linux computer. So this is my ESXi server. I have a bunch of Linux computers, including, let me select Linux. So I have these Linux 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are the different devices we're going to use today, okay? The first thing I want to do is give access to the root VDOM. Okay, so we're going to make sure that this computer here, the Linux 1, will be able to be connected and go out to the internet. So the port that I'm going to use is going to be the port number 3. No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it 4? Yeah, I'm going to use the port number 4 to connect to my Linux computer. Linux 1 itself is right here. Was it turned off? Guess it was. Let me refresh this page. And for me to create my lab, I'm just playing with VLANs. You need to understand how VLANs work. If you don't know, go check out my course. It's on en.kbtrainings.com. If you go here on en.kbtrainings.com, I have a bunch of courses that I create just for fun and for you and for the knowledge. So the CCNA is there. You can get it. It's a monthly subscription. I also have this Getting Started in Cybersecurity from Fortinet. It's just a free course that you can take. It's very good. And then I have the ESXi one here. So go ahead and check it out. That's how you understand how to play with VLANs. But in my case, I have Linux 1 already connected. And let's see what IP we have on it. You know what? Let me just reset it. I'm going to shut it off, and then we'll reboot it again when I have my connection to the right VLAN. So let's just go and power off. Okay. So then to the right VLAN for me means that the port number 3 on this switch here on my table, this port number 3 is the one that is connected to that VM. So what I'm going to do is grab a cable, connect the port number 3 to the port number 4, or let's just do let's say number 4, to the port number 4, so that it goes into the same VLAN. This is the Site 5 VLAN 1, and in my case, if you look at this device, you can see it's connected to Site 5 LAN 1. So that's how I make sure it's in the right place. I'm powering it on the device, the Linux computer, to give it a moment. So at the same time, if we log into our device, we can see that things have changed. Admin, password, enable. Okay. So Linux 1 is here. Let me open it in a new tab. Okay, so now if you look at FortiGate, you can notice that the difference. Here at the corner, we have this little toggle showing you the VDOM. Right now, we have only 2 VDOMs. Like I said, when you enable VDOM first, you only have 2 VDOMs that you can't delete. There is the global VDOM. There's also the root VDOM. So the global VDOM is where we can do global configurations for the whole device. Like in this case, I can come here, I can create security profiles, I can log in and change the VDOMs on all the different interfaces. Everything global is configured here. Even the settings, global settings are here. It's all in the global VDOM. And you can also go to the root VDOM. This is the main VDOM for management, and it's where we have all these other port or devices still assigned. That is good, no problem with that. What was I waiting for? Okay, the Linux 1 is now up. Let me log into it. So from what we did, the Linux should have this IP here because it's part of the LAN. It should have this 192.168.100.99. So let's go ahead and check what it has now. Go in the terminal. So we are in the terminal of our Linux device. I have config. Yes, I have 192.168.100.110, which is good. So let me try to ping 192.168.100.1. No, is it 99 or 1? It's 99. That 99. I'm able to ping the default gateway, but can I also ping the internet? Ping 192.168. Oh no, ping 8.8.8.8. And I shouldn't be able to ping. Why? Because I don't have a rule yet to go out to the internet. So let's go here and create a rule for it, or firewall policy. I'm going to create a firewall policy called all to internet. And incoming will be the LAN, outgoing will be virtual link, and then source will be, you know what? Here, I usually don't get the like 1918 groups. I like to do it from the FortiManager. Actually, be familiar with the FortiManager because it's better. So let me import my configuration first. I want to import my, let me import the whole thing. Import configurations. Now, okay, this is root. Let's just do root for now, okay? Doesn't matter. Next. Good job under a lot of pressure. Thank you. Yep. I'm live and there's like 2,000 of you watching me out there. I'm kidding. I'm not that. Okay, so we have the firewall policy imported here. So what I'm going to do is go in the firewall policy. Oh, these are my old policies. Let me delete all of this. I don't think they matter anymore. Is this the one that I just imported? Jeez. Let me delete this. I don't need them. This is for my old stuff. Delete. 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 Even this one, is this what I just imported now? Yeah, I think this is it. So I'm going to add a new profile here. So I'm going to call it LAN to internet. And I'm going to accept incoming interface. It's going to be LAN. Outgoing interface will be my virtual link, the SD1 link. And source, this is what I like to where I like to specify. I'm going to use the 1918 group. So it's a private IP. Of course, there's no chance for us to have a public IP in there. Destination, I'll keep all. NAT will be enabled. And I want to log all the sessions and hit OK. Oh, actually, talking about logging, my FortiManager, my FortiAnalyzer is here. This is the analyzer, and I'm pretty sure my device already made it in the analyzer, yes. So what I want to do will be to modify it so that it will be able to log as well. Let me just grab this IP of the FortiAnalyzer. We'll take care of it later. So I have that enabled or configured. And maybe another quick thing I can do before I move forward is to come here under logs and reporting log settings to the FortiAnalyzer, put my FortiAnalyzer IP there, real time, reliable, yeah, why not? And then apply. So this is all of what I did is either in the device database or in the policy database. So I'm going to push both of them. So I'll do this. Push root. Okay. All right. So with that push, we should have this device able to go to the internet. Let's give it a moment. For now, I don't even see anything responding here. What's going on? Ping 8888. Let's finish the push. Oh, I'm not pushing yet. What am I even pushing? It's always good to do an install preview so you have an idea of what's going on. So you won't be surprised. So putting for the manager, licenses, stuff and everything. Okay, install. So with the install, we keep an eye here. Our guy should be able to go out to the internet. Yep, now it does, so it's working. At least one first step is checked. We have our root VDOM going out to the internet with SD1 on WAN1 and WAN2. We don't want to play with SD1 today. I love SD1. We can spend days or hours playing with it, but today we just stick to the VDOMs. So next thing I want to do is create a new VDOM called the IT VDOM. And I'm going to create VDOM from the FortiManager. Let's come back to the FortiManager, close. We can come here to our device, go to dashboard. No. Where is this thing? How do I feature visibility system? Okay, if you don't see it, make sure you go under feature visibility, system virtual domain, you enable it. Apparently there's all the system stuff or, okay, let's just enable virtual domain. So I'll come under virtual domain. I'll come here and create new. The first domain I'm going to call it, first VDOM, we'll call it IT. Enable, it's what type of operational VDOM, NAT or transparent. Transparent, we'll do it later today. So NAT will be our first one to test. What are the interfaces? Let's go to my switch and look at the interfaces that we want to put on IT. We have this is 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I'm going to select, You know what? I don't have 5, 6, 7, and 8 because they are stuck on that other LAN stuff. We need to get them out of there. Let's cancel this. Let's go under interfaces and go under LAN and release everything else beyond 4. Okay, so 4. Maybe I can leave these other ones. So you know what? Let's just get them out. Boom, 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 boom. I said 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this is good for LAN. Okay, and then let's try to create the VDOM again. So create new VDOM called IT, and I can have 5, 6, 7, and 8. Perfect. Okay, okay. Of course, it's all local, so now I need to push it to the device. Again, the root VDOM is the management VDOM. It cannot be deleted. I don't want to see what I'm pushing, but I just know that by the end of this, I'll have the IT VDOM here. I can also create the OT. No, the OT, we're going to create it locally, and we can pull the configuration. I'm just going to show you how to create a VDOM locally as well. Thank you guys for sticking around. Am I even live on Facebook? Yes, I am. Oh, TikTok disconnected. These guys. Yeah, it was discontinued for some reasons. All right, so we have this pushed. If I come to the device, I refresh, I do have the IT VDOM here. And I want to show you how to create a VDOM locally. Let's go under, you need to go into global config, go under systems, VDOM, and this is where we add a VDOM. Create new. Let's create another VDOM called OT. It's going to be a traffic VDOM. See the different types that I told you. There's a traffic, admin, and LAN extension. Our case, we have traffic here, and that's all we need. I'll hit OK. And then I need to add the interfaces to the VDOM. I can do it manually here. Like for IT VDOM, what did we say? Did I say IT or OT? I think I said OT. So for OT VLAN, we have 11 through 16, okay? I can come here and pick them one by one, but I don't want to do it that way. I can do it from the FortiManager. Let's refresh the FortiManager. We have the OT VLAN already here. And what I can do is just come under network, interfaces. Oh, no. Let's go to global. Can I? I don't even know what I'm talking about. Assign VDOM. Okay, yes. So I can do, we said 11 through 16, 11, 12, and then I can do assign VLAN. Do I have the assign VLAN option in the FortiGate? No, I don't think I do. No, I don't think I do. Yeah, I have it in a FortiManager, so I was right. So I can come here and do assign VDOM and put them in the OT VDOM, and that's it. So it's ready to push. And notice this, I created the VDOM here, but the FortiManager was auto-updated directly from what I did there in the device. And then I can push, let me add my last VDOM. Let's just create all the VDOM at the same time. So we'll go under system, virtual domains, virtual domain, create new. The last one, it's going to be ghost. It's going to be a transparent VDOM. And then it's asking for a management IP. I'm just going to give it 10.35.0.140. That's good enough. Gateway 10.35.0.1. Interfaces. For the ghost VDOM, what ports? 9 and 10. The Ghost VDOM, what am I going to do with it? It's going to be very simple, just for me to show you how the FortiGate will perform at layer 2. So what's going to happen in transparent mode is that I'm going to have my device, the Linux 4, connected to the FortiGate and then connected to my home network. But the FortiGate will be at layer 2, so it's going to be transparent. No IP, no NAT, no routing. All it's going to see is the traffic going through it, and then it's going to apply all the security stuff on it, security profiles, web filtering, DNS, and stuff. So if you want to deploy a FortiGate in transparent mode, you can create a VDOM that is in transparent mode so that it does that. You can actually have the whole FortiGate in transparent mode, but that's not what we're about to do here. We're talking about VDOMs. So with the Ghost VDOM created, let's install. Okay, I am just shutting off my TikTok here. We like you. That's why we are here. Thank you, Pepe. Good job. Thanks. All right. So I'm pushing the new config to the device. Hopefully nothing shuts off. Of course not. So the next thing I want to try now, or to make sure it's working, we're going to have our Linux 4 will be the OT. This one need to get out. Linux 4 is this one here. All right. And if you want to see how I lined up my VLANs, this is it. So next thing, let's just make sure this IT Linux 2 is able to connect to the internet. So Linux 2 on my in my environment is here. I can connect to it, the new tab. Oh, one other thing that I want to do, because I don't want to configure all those interfaces as like as a single like each interface can be a layer 3 interface. So what I'm going to do is just create a new interface here, like a software switch. Let's create a software switch, call it IT software switch. Okay. It's going to be a software switch. I'm going to add all these ports as as members to that software switch, and then we're going to give it an IP. So it's going to be 10.101.0.1. I just made it up, /24, and we can enable at least some pings, maybe HTTPS if you want to log in, and then DHCP on there, and that's it. Let's do the same for all the other ports in the OT as well. So we'll do create interface OT software switch. It's going to be a software switch, and LAN members will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all of them. So we have a single VLAN. So OT will be 102, 10.102.0.1/24. Yes. And then we're going to enable HTTP and pings, and that's it. So one quick thing, if you don't know, if you want to install something fast, you don't want to go through the whole validation and stuff, you can just do right click and quick install. When you do a quick install, the whole device database is going to be dumped in a device and installed right away. This is what's happening here. And this is actually the global. So I didn't make a lot of changes on the global. So I need to do the same thing for IT and OT. So global is installed. I can do, and if you look at it, see, IT was modified, OT is synchronized, but can I select both of them? No, I can just have to do it once. Let's do a quick install on IT, and then I'll do a quick install on OT. In the meantime, Linux 1 is open here. Password. Where is Linux 1 connected? Why does he have access to the internet? Oh no, Linux 2. It's connected to site 2, site 5, LAN 2. Linux 1, Linux 2. Okay. Linux 2 is not on yet. And also to connect my my physical appliance, I'm going to do port number 4 is Linux 5. So port number 4 on my device is the one down here. So I need to grab port number 4 and connect it to IT. What is IT? IT is 5. So I'm going to connect it to the port number 5 here. So this is just me connecting IT to my ESXi. So this this device here, Linux 1 or Linux 2 will be, let me restart Linux 2 actually. All right, it's restarting. Same thing for Linux 3, that is OT. So OT is port 11. So we're going to connect port 11 to what port? 5. Okay, so I'll do 5 connected to 11. So I just did 5 to 11 over there. So it should be good. Okay. All right. So we have Linux 2 booting up. Linux 3. This one has been working fine. Linux 2 is now next. Why does it not respond? Okay, so we have Linux 2. And all I can do now is get into the Linux 3. Do I have to power it off completely? Yes, let me do that. It's powered off and we can open it. So I have config. We have an IP inside the IT VDOM. I can do ping 10.1 to 101.0.1. I can ping the default gateway, but of course I can't ping the internet because I have no policy allowing me to go out to the internet. So let's add that policy here. We already have a policy. This is root. Let me export IT. Import actually, not export. So I am just importing the policy package. So if you come here, we have IT is right there. This is the IT. Let's give it access to the internet. Create new. Oh no. Okay, this is one thing. For the IT to go out to the internet, I need to create a VDOM link between IT and OT. That is supposed to be one interface here under IT, Right now on the interface, we don't see it, but inside in global, we can use this NPU vlink here. Yeah, let's use it. The NPU vlink, this one I'll put it on the IT side. No, this is a little complicated. Let me show you just how to create it from the device directly. It's much easier that way for you guys. So if I am under global VDOM, I can create these virtual links like this one here. This one is actually coming by default with the device. And the good thing about this one is that this is offloading all the traffic to the NPU. So it's faster, it's better, but you don't have to use it. You can use, actually me, I would use this one for the traffic between IT and root, because I think my IT is going to be the most loaded when it comes to sending traffic to the internet, okay? So this is what I'm going to use. But when it comes to IT and OT, I'm going to create new VDOM links. But for now, let's use the NPU one. Let's use the NPU one. So what I'm going to do is make sure my NPU is modified where the initial VDOM is root, the second VDOM where it goes is IT. And I can give it just an IP just to make sure they have IP connectivity. I can ping it, no SSH needed. And on the IT side, I'm going to do 172.16.0.2/24. And then maybe I can ping, that's it. So when I do this, now I have a link between my two VDOMs, IT and OT. So what I can do next is now just authorize it on both sides. Let me go on the IT side first. If you look at the IT side, we have this link already available for us, okay? What I'm gonna do is, first of all, create a static route. The static route will say everything that you have, send it to this, okay? Let me specify 192.116.0.1. This is the IP we have on the root side, and that is the static IP we need. Another quick thing we have to do is make sure we have a policy package, a firewall policy going out. So this is coming from my IT switch, going to the NPU, and then source will be the 19. This is why I like the FortiManager, because I don't have 1918 group here. Let's just do all. Destination, all. All right, NAT is a load. Service also, all, and then close and okay. So now I have my policy allowing traffic to go out through this all the way to the root. And I have to go to the root and allow traffic to come in, okay? Let's go to the root VDOM. And then I'm going to create a new firewall policy here. Call it IT to internet. So where does it come from? The NPU. Where does it leave? The virtual WAN. Source, everything they're gonna send me. Yeah, let's just do everything. Destination, everything. Of course, in production, you have to be a little more specific than that by using the 1918 or whatever. And then NAT is okay. This is okay, and I hit okay. So with this, my Linux 2 should, if all is well, see the light of day. Okay, now it goes out to the internet. So you saw how I created a link between IT and root. Now IT is able to go to the internet using root. So my device, this device here, is going through the root, through the IT VDOM, using the vlink to get to the root, and then using SD1 to go out to the internet through the root. So when you create VDOMs like this, maybe the management VDOM in my case will be the one we allowed to go to the internet, so you can create those VDOM links to be able to manage the different connections. That's good. We did it. I showed you how to do it locally on the device, but now I think the remaining steps will be done in the FortiManager. First of all, I just want to go and summary and go under system configs and retrieve the configurations. All right. Okay. I think that's all I need. Do I need to retrieve for root? I think it's already retrieved. If I check this out, so it's all synchronized. Okay, that's good. Maybe the firewall policy will have to be pulled. This is the IT. Let me delete this. Maybe the root. Let me delete all of them. Okay. Everything is deleted. Let me restart the pool. I'll come here and import configuration. And I'm going to import automatically all the VDOMs. All right. Now I'm importing all my firewall policies from the device, all the policy object and stuff like that. In the meantime, so Linux 2 is good. So Linux 3 is going to be our OT. Linux 3. Let me restart it. 1, 2, 3. 3 is there. Yeah, don't forget to go check out KBTrainings.com, en.kbtrainings.com for everything that's coming. I'm also planning to create Fortinet trainings, a lot of good, beautiful Fortinet trainings, well explained by me. Yeah, you're going to find it there in a few weeks. In a few weeks, they'll all be there. I'm still importing my policies. Linux 3. And Linux 3 is connected to Site 5 LAN 3. And LAN 3 is identified, it's linked to the OT3. So that is going to be this device here. Let's wait for it to come online. The last thing I'm pulling is OT. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. All right. Say hi in the chat still. Let me know you're there. All right, so we have this pulled. What I want to do now is to show you how, because like I said, I don't want my OT to have internet access. No internet access here. But I want my IT to be able to connect to OT. So I'm going to create a VDOM link allowing only traffic from IT to OT. So IT will be able to ping OT. IT will be able to SSH into OT. First of all, let's make sure OT is up and at least has access to the default gateway inside its network. So we go back here and we check Linux 3. Shows up. Let's log into it. Open the terminal. All right, so let's do fconfig. Nope, doesn't seem to have an IP. Oh, you know what? I didn't create what I did for the I did the OT. I think on the OT I created an OT switch. No, OT switch is not there yet. Okay, let's create an OT switch. Interface OT switch. That's why there was no DHCP. So it's gonna be a software switch. Members 1, 2, 3, 4. I remember doing this. What happened? And then IP 10.102.0.1/24. DHCP server, yes. And then okay. And then let's push it, or I can just do quick install like I showed you. It's going to push it there. And here I can do nmtui just to, or maybe I can just reboot it. It's much faster actually. I love it that way. Let's do back. Okay. Back. Quit. I'm a quitter. Let's reboot it. Okay, it's going to reboot. Our push is almost complete. And if I come, oh, I forgot, I closed the device. Is the device even logging? Is my device logging? Yeah, it is logging. That's great. So let's go ahead and get access to the 192, to the local FortiGate. Is this IT or OT? So if I come on the OT, of course my OT interface or OT switch should be there. Yep, it's right there. So Linux 3 is rebooting. Hopefully by this reboot, after the reboot, I'm going to have my connectivity there. Oh yeah, it's too quiet in here. Do you want me to bring music next time? Okay. So KBTrainings, password. We are in terminal. So let's do fconfig. Yes, now we have an IP. So, I mean, I do exact ping. I can do ping 192.168. No. 10.102.0.1 default gateway. Why it wasn't enabled for pings? Jeez. Let's do OT. No, I didn't. Okay, let me enable ping and HTTPS, okay? Good. And then I can just push it with quick install. And let's watch here until these pings come up. All right, they came up. So we're good. So now let's create a link, a VDOM link between the two, between IT and OT. Let's just finish this process. At least we know this is up and this is good. Okay, so now let's go under global interface and create new VDOM link. Okay, this one I'm going to call it IT OT. All right. I'm going to link the VDOM IT to the VDOM OT. And give it an IP address 10, no, let's go with 172.17.0.2/24, because I already have 16 used. I can ping at least. And then number 2, 172.17.0.3/24. Of course, I can enable some ping just in case. And if you remember what we talked about here, so now that I've done this, the next thing to do would be to create rules to be able to go back and forth between these two devices here. Maybe I can push this, or let's just go do everything together and then we'll do the push later. So the first thing that I want to do is under OT, I want to create a firewall rule called, no, I think I need to do it under IT. Let's start with IT first so it makes more sense. So under IT, I want to allow traffic IT to OT. Schedule always, accept incoming interface. It's going to be our IT thing. Okay. Okay, you know what? Because I haven't installed the IT OT virtual domain thing, I can't see it here. Let's install it first. Okay, let's just go ahead and install the settings to all of this so I can finally have it installed in the device database and then I can see it. So let's install. Okay, okay. I know it's late your time. Yep, we are at 80%. Okay, so let's refresh this now. And then come under IT and create that IT OT. Accept. What is the incoming interface? I still don't see it. Incoming interface. Do I not have a normalized interface for it? Let's go ahead and check. It's here. Yeah, let me just create a new normalized interface for it here. I'm gonna call it IT OT per device for IT. I'm gonna map it to the IT OT. For OT, I'm gonna map it to the IT OT. Okay, that works. I'm gonna call it IT OT. Okay. Let's now go ahead and create that policy. Finally, I hope it works this time. IT to OT. Incoming interface. No, actually, incoming interface is actually my IT switch. Okay. Outgoing interface, it's going to be IT OT. All right. So we have everything else. Source, I like to keep it restricted too. So we do 1918 group. Destination is also 1918 group. Service, maybe we can enable only SSH for now. Okay, let's keep it very tight. SSH. And yep, this is good. So this is for IT OT. And inside OT, we also need to enable, let me push this one. Hi, Bisuku. Thank you for all the FortiGate tuts. I really appreciate it. You're welcome. Thank you, DR Abbas. Okay, so I have this installed. Okay, I'm installing my IT. By the end of this, Linux 2 should be able to SSH into Linux 3. That's my goal. Just like a real environment where OT is air-gapped and we only have one device to get to it. All right, so let's go under OT and create another rule here. the rule is IT to OT still. Incoming interface is going to be IT OT. Outgoing interface is going to be OT switch. Why do I not have OT switch here? Source 1918 group, destination 1918 group, service SSH. This is on OT. But here I should have been able to see my OT switch, because that's the outgoing interface. So the OT switch doesn't have a normalized interface on it. Let's create it fast. OT switch object already exists. Yeah. Let's go ahead and just install this policy. It should be able to work the way it is, but I need to figure out why I was not able to get the OT switch in my normalized interface. So let's install this OT policy package. Okay. So let's go here and already have our device ready. Actually, let's go from here. This is okay. So let's see. Oh, we will not be able to ping, but I can SSH root at 10.102.0.2. IT coming in. So if I'm OT and I go to device profile, let's change it here and just put OT. Okay, we have this one to receive, and under IT, we have this one to send. Oh, look, it says deny here. Jeez. I don't know why. Okay, in the FortiManager, I think by the default is deny in the FortiManager. Oh, one thing is missing. One thing is missing. We need static routes for them to know where to go. In the IT, I need to tell it. In the IT, I need to tell it that everything that you have for 10.102.0.0/24, send it to 172.17.0.3. Okay. The thing would be ITOT Okay, that's good. So we need to do the same thing for OT as well. So OT will have to tell it everything you have for 10.101.0.0/24. Send it to 172.17.0.2. And it's going to be IT OT. I think that's it. Okay, let's push these two. All right, so I didn't have static route, but should be able to work now. Thank you, Diyar Abbas. Not a lot happening on TikTok. I mean, on Facebook. Finish. So let's try again. SSH roots. All right, so now let's do a little bit of troubleshooting here. IT to OT. I don't have to create OT to IT. All I have to do is allow IT to go out. Allow IT to go out. And IT OT 0. Let's come here. Config global, diagnose, sniffer. Oh, I don't have sniffer here. Okay, let's actually go to config VDOM, edit IT, diagnose sniffer packet. What interface? How is it called? ITOT 0. No filter. Let's see. Let's try with our SSH here. So it goes out, but does it get in OT? Let's try. And config VDOM, edit OT. How do we call that interface in OT? OT1, okay. ITOT1. Oh shit, no. ITOT1, non. Let's see if it's coming. If something is coming in with SSH. It's coming in. So what's going on? It says deny here. Jesus Christ. You need to U-turn rule. No, it's denying it. I mean, this is the risk when you create the policies from the FortiManager, because by default in the FortiManager, it says deny. So that's why you push it, and it's just denying things. Okay, let's try now again, one last time. What else? U-turn. No, when it comes back, it should be able to come back because it was a load in. No, the response should be a load to come back out. Okay, I've never done it this way. Let's just add another one then. Apparently, I need to add IT to OT to IT. Or do I have a static route? No. Oh, the static route wasn't installed. This is getting out of hands. 172.17.0.3. No, that's 2. Let's see if IT has a static route. Yeah, IT has one. Yeah. Let's try now. It's deny. Where is deny? Why don't we start with simple pings? Okay, let's start there. So interface TOT 10 so 172 that this is IT. So I have 2 in IT and I have 3 in OT. And I have a static route here that is enabled, and I have a static route there that is enabled for 102. No, this is IT. When I said OT, oh, this should be 101. 101. Okay, that was a mistake. 101 because that's where the OT is. So this is OT. I go to IT. One more time. Let's try. I don't know. Wait. Let's just create two firewall policies then. So I'll do copy reverse, pass reverse below, and call it OT to IT. Apparently it's needed. Do I need to enable NAT on all of these? I don't think it's necessary, but let's do it anyway. Let's just NAT them. I'm gonna NAT this one too. Let's NAT them. That was OT. If I go to IT, oh no, it wasn't enabled. I think that second one wasn't enabled. So this one needs to be enabled. Okay, and then we go to IT. We have this. Is it NATed? Let me NAT it. I can copy. Why it didn't propose me copy reverse? Past below. So this one we're gonna call it OT. What was that first one? OT to IT. It's gonna be coming from this, exiting that. I think it's enabled, I guess. Status enabled. Okay, let's try again. let's forget all of that. Let's go back to the FortiManager. I think the FortiManager still helps in some ways because let's go back, reinstall the IT and the OT again. Let's just get rid of everything. It's internal traffic. No, yes, it's internal. It goes from IT to OT through that VDOM link. Okay, first of all, I am going to not restrict it to SSH. I am going to make sure at least we can ping between 2 and 3, Linux 2 and Linux 3. Actually, we are dealing with these two computers here. We have Linux 2 and Linux 3. They are in two different VDOMs, and I created a VDOM link between the two. So that's where we are. Finish. What did I just installed? OT is modified. Let's install that, and then we're going to just make sure our policies are done correctly to allow traffic in and out. Because to me, I assume that once the traffic comes in, the firewall should be able to know where it came from and then allow the session out. But it doesn't seem to be the case. And I've been here for an hour and 52 minutes. So the last thing we're going to do after this, once this works, the last thing we're going to do is play with transparent VDOM. And that'll be it. Okay, so we are back to square number one. Let's do it here. So I have my IT to OT. Let's just keep it this way. IT to OT, accept it. And we don't even have to NAT at this point. Let's leave it without NAT. And let's open it to all. At least we will try the pings first. Make sure the pings will work. So flow base, no NAT, log sessions, all. So we have that. Private, that's good. So let's clone reverse. And the reverse is going to be OT to IT. It's reverse. Okay. So we have these two. Then let's go under IT and do the same. IT to OT. It still says deny. We're going to accept it. And then allow everything. Just we do all here. Save it. And then clone reverse. This is going to be OT to IT. This first rule here, it's IT to, this is where it goes out to the internet. Maybe the traffic is being backhauled. Here, let's do, and I think these two can come on top. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Can I do a quick install here? Let's just do install wizard. Let's install IT. Enable it. Don't forget. Did I forget to enable something? No, I think it was enabled. Let's see. Enable the rules. I think the rules were enabled, but let me take a look. Yeah, the rules were all enabled. These are all enabled. Here, they're all enabled as well. Let me install the OT. DR is saying that your eyes are playing a trick on you. Yep. All right. At least let's start with pings for now, okay? Before we get into big stuff, let's just ping. Basic ping. 10.102.0.2. If it doesn't respond, then we will trace it down to see where it's blocking. Okay, the pings are going. Let's trace it, okay? We are in OT right now. We see that the pings are going out from OT to IT. We don't receive response. And let's go to IT and then diagnose sniffer packets. What was that interface again? That's just to any host 10.102. Oh, I was in OT. Yeah, OT coming in. No. This shouldn't come in from OT. It should be going out from OT. Oh, no. This is the one pinging. So this is my IT pinging OT. So OT then is not the one that is not responding then, because it receives the response, but it doesn't send it to the device through the switch. Okay. Let me go under OT. Okay, guys, this was the mistake. The destination is not supposed to be this. The destination is supposed to be group here. Yep, little thing, but it'll take us forever because we need to make sure our destination is 10 because I put 192 first and that wasn't good. Let's push it. None. Host 10.102.0.2. This is supposed to be host. Okay, should be good now. Why not? Echo request. This is a request coming in, a switch reply going out, reply going out. The crazy thing is, I usually like to put the hit count here so I can see how often it's being used. These have not been hit. Okay, finally. Yep, now it's pinging. So I guess SSH should be able to work too. All right. Wow, that was long. Yep, that guys, it was just the definition of the rules. A little mistakes on the groups, on the specificity of the rules themselves. Yep, just pay attention to that. And of course, I wish. How can I fix all of that from the FortiManager? But anyway, let's do the quick thing now. The G models are radical. Yep, they don't want to budge. So what I want to do, show you before we wrap this up is the transparent VLAN. So we were able to see how. You know what? Now let's disable some of these rules and see if it's still working. Okay, because I think the rule coming in here. Where are we now? Is it the IT? So from the IT, we need a rule to go out. So from IT switch to OT. This one, the return one is not needed. Let's disable it for now. Okay. Let's try it with pings. Okay, I should have said exit. Yes, so ping should be working. We only need one side. So we need the IT going into OT. Same thing with the OT. We only need the rule allowing IT to come in. This one is not needed. So I can disable that one. We will still ping. All right. So yeah, that was my first thought. So we don't need two ways because all I need right now is to allow packet from IT to OT. I don't need to specifically allow the return ones because it's a static, a dynamic firewall. It's going to know that since the session came, I need to respond. So all we need is one rule allowing IT to go into OT and then allowing OT to accept the connection from IT. That's it. So good to specify that. So now, like I said, I'm going to do a quick thing with the transparent VLAN that we created that I called Ghost. Right now, I only put port 9 and port 10 in the Ghost. So port 9 is going to be connected to my Linux 3, is it 3 or 4? Linux 3 computer. No, Linux 4 computer. And 10 is connected to my home network. We also need just some firewall rule to allow traffic between these two, and that's it. So we're going to make sure my Linux 4, or was it 3? This was IT, that was OT. So 4 is actually what we need to play with now. And here on my desk, I'm going to grab, what are the ports that I have ready to go on my home network? So I have site Ghost is LAN 4, site 5 LAN 4. Okay. Just need to change here. So site 5 LAN 4 will be the port 8. Port 8 on my switch is right there. So the port 8 will go on port 9. And the port 7 will go on port 10. Okay. So what I need from here is to create firewall policies for my Ghost VLANs, which is a transparent VLAN. And I need to allow 9 to 10. Coming in port 9, going out port 10. I am just going to allow some basic stuff. Let's see, is the firewall even, I mean, oh yeah, I might need to reset it again because I haven't done with, I'm not done with all my policies. So we're just gonna allow all in, all out, service all. Let's enable some web filtering just for monitoring. Enable some DNS and some application control, just the default, and then certificate inspection there. Hit OK. So this is running at layer 2. We don't need any NAT or anything like that. I can copy reverse, and I can pass the reverse below it. And this is going to be 10 to 9. Of course. So with that, my Linux 4 should have an IP address of my home network. If not, I may need to reboot it. Nope. Let's just reboot it. Just so it's going to grab a new IP. But I think I'm right. So 9 and 10, 7 and 8. So 7 and 8, man and site LAN 4, 9 and 10. So we should be good. 7 and 8. Wow. All right, let's give it a moment to boot here. We are almost done. Let's go. Yes, DR. Thank you. Where are you based, DR? Are you in the US or outside? Because it should be late elsewhere now. Wow, it's 10:11 my time. All right, give it a moment. Okay. Texas, nice. So it's 11 there. Okay, so we have our device that came up. I'm opening the terminal. Still failing again. Where am I connected? Site 5, LAN 4. Site 5, LAN 4. Here we have site 5, LAN 4 on port number 8. And the port number 8, I have it connected to 9. The other one to 10. There's no reason to fail. Oh yeah, maybe we may need to do some packet capture again. Next, edit ghosts, diagnose need for packets. Let's start with port 9. None. Okay, the port 9 is the one I think connected to my device. The device doesn't even send DHCP request. Okay, it does. Okay, but then why? Let's see what we see on port 10. Port 10 does see everything from my home network, so that's good. But why am I not seeing traffic here? Let's see. Let's refresh this. Oh, this one is not a load. That's why. Always that little thing. So it's a load there, and I think we might have a chance now. Let's wait for it to send the next DHCP request. I don't know how to force it to send a DHCP request. How do I restart network service in Rocky Linux? Actually, Linux. All right. Sudo. This is a long command. I don't like it. CTL restart network manager, that service. Why it's showing me disconnected here? Let me just reboot the whole thing. Decline ETH0. I'll try that. Service network restart. Okay. Let's wait for it to come up. But one other thing I see is that we haven't had anything here. There's no hit. Let me actually show the hit count. Oh geez. No, cancel that. Hit counts. Push it up here. Apply. 0, 0. Standard UTM. Let's actually look at here and see. I was trying to filter for DHCP, but I don't think I have to. Activation network connection failed. I wonder if the two policies that I put there are too restrictive. But I don't think they should be able to block DHCP. I didn't specify anything that needs to be blocked there. Why is hit count 0 everywhere? Let's disable all of this for now. Said DH client. Nope, it's not found. On the port 10, I can see all the different. I can see all the different DHCP. I mean, broadcasts. Let's try the port 9. Did port 9 get an IP? Okay, we still have the DHCP coming. Port 9 is connected to port 8. Port 8 on my thing is site 5 lane 4. So what we see here is what's coming from our device. So our device is still trying to get an IP, but the request doesn't get to the other side. And then port 10 is connected to port 7. I can't think of anything. I don't know what would be the reason why It's coming in but not going out. Decide maybe just resetting the port and refreshing this page. Port 67 or port 68. Oops, what did I do? This here to be port 67. If it doesn't work, I think I might need to reboot the device. This is because I don't even see any hit count or anything. And I am on 9 and 10. So apparently my rules do not match a lot, which is not possible. I'll do a reboot on there. So we can see we have DHCP coming. On port 10. All service, all accept. Yeah, let's do a reboot on here. Can I even do it from the GUI? Yeah, we can. Let's do it. And we'll see what happens after that. If not, might need to call it a night. Yeah, because the VDOM was created a while ago, and I don't even know if it's functioning correctly. But yeah, we wait for it to come back up. Yep, it's currently down. It's rebooting. I was live in French and I did like 3 hours on this topic. But I'm about also to hit 2 hours, 30 minutes in English. That's crazy. I mean, it's a long time. feel like when a connection doesn't get an IP and it's all fully set, it sends this message here, the failure message. Device is booting. I can do a debug flow if we still. I don't know if the debug flow will work for a transparent VDOM, but we'll try it. Okay, admin password. We are in. Let's see. Global VDOM, Ghost VDOM, policies. Operational mode transparent. Set central not enable. Set status. Status of what? Config system settings. Set status. Jesus Christ. So the VDOM was not enabled? How do I know that the VDOM is not enabled? Oh. Oh yeah, the VDOM was not enabled. That's why, guys. Crazy. So I need to enable the VDOM. And hopefully now I should be able to Yep. Now it looks good. Yep, the VDOM was not enabled, guys. Okay. That was hard to catch. Good to know. That's why you do the labs. So I think with that, then I can go back to my Ghost VDOM. And then if I look at the policies, I see all the firewall policies. Now I can see the hits. Okay, okay. Yeah, that was crazy. And I didn't, there was no clue to show me that the VDOM is not enabled. But I was able to look at the policies, look at everything. Yeah, so let me enable this security UTM stuff. Oh, I need SSH inspection or a certificate inspection here. And then here, need also to enable this. Okay, I guess next time I'll never forget to enable the VDOM. Okay, so what I want to do is just go on Linux number 4 and create some web traffic. Let's go on Google, for example. Let's try YouTube. Is it still doing something in the middle? I don't want it to. Reddit.com. I just want it to monitor. I don't want it to block anything. DNS, application control, monitor all application, certificate inspection. Why? Self-signed search by who? Is it my gate? Okay, let's first disable that because I don't know what would block here. Is it the inspection or the application control? Okay, so now that I disabled everything, it works, but I should be also able to monitor without impacting anything. But as you can see, this is what I was trying to show. It shouldn't complain about the cert because I'm sitting at layer 2. I'm not supposed to replace. Let's start with the web filtering. Let's do application monitor only, okay? See, I left the certificate inspection enabled, but it didn't change anything. So let's do application monitor only. Because it's not supposed to replace the certification. It's just supposed to inspect it. And then for web filtering, it's just supposed to monitor the web, not block anything. Yeah, it works. So it's monitoring without touching it. Let's do the same. Let's go slow and then do application control. Default, and the default, I think it's monitor. Yeah, it's only monitoring. So we do okay here. And with this, the goal is just to get some data for our FortiGate. Like I can come here and then come on the network or even the dashboard, look at the application for the view. Yep, at least I see DNS and all of this. So it's able to see the different applications that are running on our lane without being part of the routing process or without doing any kind of routing. So that's the use for this situation where you put a VDOM in transparent mode. So it just sees all the sessions going back and forth without, I mean, at least in my case, it was just monitoring. But if you also want to go heavy on UTM and block or inspect or whatever, you can do that in the transparent mode. All right, I think I'm at the bottom of it. The inspection because it's complaining. All right, guys. I think we are done. Thank you for hanging out. Let me add more. I'm going to add DNS. Okay. I'm going to, oh no, IPS would be a little heavy. That's good. Going to come here as well and add DNS and application control. So let's go to the device. Should be able to do it. Yep. Let's try youtube.com. Yeah, not a complaint. But I may need to cancel the SDNS because that's probably one thing that's kind of messing up with this. But yeah, I'll have to play with it in the lab a little more just to add some session. Thank you so much, DR. Thank you for being part of this. And I am going to do this at least every Sunday. That's my goal for the rest of my life. But yeah, I do a lot of labs, and sometimes I just turn on the camera and hit live and let you see everything. So thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this after I was live, it's Sunday, and come around every Sunday. I'll try to do it a little earlier in the day, maybe like 1 or 2 p.m. Denver time. No, let's say 3 p.m. Denver time, and we'll make it fit within an hour 30. Thank you, and take care. Bye. Where's my outro?